I'm Adam Anshel for Pro Football Weekly, along with senior editor Eric Edholm. We are talking about Ochocinco. Nothing else to really talk about right now in the NFL. Ocho, of course, provides us a topic. We saw yet another area. I don't think his career is going to go after his NFL days are over. He tried soccer. That didn't really work. This time, bull riding. Instead of 8 seconds, he managed to last all of a second and a half on a bull. What did you make of this nonsense?
He's not very good at it, is he? But it's a hard sport. I mean, it's not one of those things you can pick up, and I think Ocho at least made sure that people realize that this is not one of these, weekend warrior type deals. You got to be fully committed. So, Chad's Chad, and as Marvin Lewis has said, he's going to jump from one thing to the next, but he's an interesting guy, and we watch. That's what we like about him.
Some people get annoyed by him, just think his antics are over the top and have kind of run its course. What do you think? You still like him, or is it getting old?
I still do. I mean, Chad's a funny guy. Okay, you can't fake that. I mean, he's got the humor in him. I guess as a journalist, as somebody who wants to see his career go on the uptick again, I don't know if we'll ever see him as the football player he was 3, 4, 5 years ago. And I think people around the NFL are realizing that. I think Chad realizes that. He's having fun. He's still a young guy. He knows he's not going to be in the spotlight too much longer. So why not give it a go?
It looks like he'll be in the spotlight one way or another. It seems like he's creating a pretty good niche for himself outside of football. And count me as one of the people that likes what he's doing. Like, it's always entertaining, whether it's the touchdown celebrations, whether it's reality shows, or whatever he's doing next. What do you think would be a good one? We know he's done a couple of reality shows, reality dating, did the show with T.O. Now this stuff, what's next?
Well, in the same way that we were ready to promote Tiki Barber as this media style because he's so smooth, but Chad is entertaining, okay, and I think he could do almost anything. He could MC a game show. I'd love to see game shows come back. Remember the 70s and 80s, how big they were. I'd like to see him on an MTV kind of show, something like that. Besides the dating stuff, I think he could really hit in with the young market, and he knows pop culture, he knows music. He could fit in with almost anybody right now.
So if that's the side of the entertainment side of it that he could fit in. What about the NFL side? Is there still a chance? I mean, Marvin Lewis, we know, is tired of his act. But are there other teams out there that would still go for it? You know what's funny? One of his biggest allies in the NFL is Bill Belichick. You see them, man-hugging and high-fiving and slapping hands before games and stuff. They have an affection for each other. And Ochocinco has made it very clear he would love to play for the Patriots. Will that work out? Will that play in reality? I think it's a possibility. I think it's more of a last-ditch thing. If they don't get the receiver they want, they don't trust their young kids. There are probably a handful of other teams that could use a wideout. He's just not a #1 receiver anymore. That's the biggest difference. I think you've hit upon a perfect next step for him. A Bill Belichick, Chad Ochocinco reality show. Who would want to watch or maybe tie that into a dating show and the two of them? Spectacular. You've done it. Fire and ice. They couldn't be more opposites. I'd watch that Hard Knocks compared to one of those other videos we did. I would watch that Hard Knocks with Chad Ochocinco and Bill Belichick. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing with Ocho is you never really know what you're going to get, but it's usually something outlandish and crazy. So what do you guys think? You tired of Ochocinco's act? You like it? You want to see him keep going with this? Or do you just want him to go back to playing football like I think all of us want him to do? But that's another story for another day. Let us know. Go to Facebook, go to Twitter, give us your opinion on what you think. You can always check us out at ProFootballWeekly.com.